Afternoon, everybody. Okay, I don't know what that noise was over there. Anyway, I just went home, got something to eat, but yesterday went to start the Mahindra. Was it yesterday? Day before? Might have been Sunday. Anyway, I was using it Saturday, I think it was. And yeah, I guess I got my days all mixed up. Anyway, the third function stuck. I had the grapple on it getting manure out of the cattle pen back here where I was feeding them back here. I was getting about a foot or so deep, so I needed to clean that out. And it's all matted stuff and all that, so that grapple works good for getting that out. And plus I can mix it with the horse manure. It's gonna make some really good compost to put on the fields. But anyway, the third function stuck. And what it is, you've got rods that go in here. You can actually take a screwdriver or anything small and poke in there. This side over here, I'd have to use something else because the battery's here, and I got that. I'll explain that in a minute, but that's a neat design that Mahindra does to get to a battery. I just put another battery in there, by the way. But anyway, I thought it was in the switch because everything I read, and my buddy Brandon that I talked to, he said it's probably in the switch. Come to find out it was not the switch. And I damaged that switch a little bit getting it out, but if I have to, I'll put a dab of glue on it and stick her back in there, or see if it'll stay, whatever. Hey, Gorilla Tape holds everything, but anyway, got it in here. I was able to get the grapple off the front, because when it stuck, I had it in the air. I had the loader in the air, and the grapple on it, hoses hooked up, and when you're using your third function, it takes the fluid away from your loader. So I could not do anything. I could not raise or lower the loader, and I could not get it in the tool shed, could not do anything. So we just let it set, let gravity do its thing. And finally today I was able to go out there, get it started, because that's another thing. It's another reason why I had got another battery, and if the battery went dead. But I think it's because, one, it was cold yesterday, and a little colder than it is right now. So it was cold yesterday in the hay barn, the lean-to out there. Kind of protected from the wind, but it was still cold. And then that function was stuck. So as soon as you're turning the key and turning the engine, it's pushing fluid at the same time, and the fluid's cold. It's really pulling on the engine. It would not start. Battery went down, so... and that was the original battery. This tractor's a 23. That was the original battery. So we had another battery up here and went and stuck it in it. And I want to say Mahindra does a really neat thing. So this cover goes around like that. Why this tie down is in there, I don't know, because that never had a nut on it. Maybe it should. But anyway, that goes around, fastens over there, the wing nut. And there's my phone. It's nice that I can look down on my side and see who it is. Anyway, but that goes around there like that, fastens. This step comes up and pins up here. So to get your battery out, that's pretty simple. Or to get to your battery to jump it, which is what I tried to do yesterday. I had it on the truck for about half hour or so. That didn't do it either. So I gave up, went out there today, or actually took the battery out last night, which is a real quick thing. So the negative just has a little clamp on it here. You can take a screwdriver, pull that out, and that lifts off. Don't even need a wrench for that. That is a 10 millimeter right there. And I was able to get that off in just a matter of minutes and get that battery out of there, and it's real handy. You know, I mean, the handles on her, you just slide it up under that thing and get her out. But I'm pretty sure I need to go find a nut that goes on that. My luck, it'll be metric. But then again, a lot of things on this tractor aren't, so we'll see. But that's that. But one of these was stuck. Ended up not being the switch, and you can only find that out when it's running. So I had unhooked the wires, unhooked everything. Still something was stuck. So got in here with my screwdriver, and it's got to be a small one. Poke it in the end of that, and that's where it's at. It was stuck. So if it sticks again, that whole unit's coming out and going to be cleaned, because from what I read online, which this company is called WR Long. that make these third function units, and that's probably going to be the same company I go with the unit on the case. If it's not already wired, I don't know. I need to look or ask some questions on that. But it might just be the plumbing, the hoses I need to put on. I'm not sure what's on that tractor already. I do know it's in the joystick on that case anyway. But if it sticks again, we get some time. We're going to take that apart, clean it real good, put it back together, which shouldn't take long. This is all right here, real simple. Pretty simple. I've heard there's a problem with the circuit board. If those two screws right there are not making, or if those are loose, you'll have trouble also, which I don't know if I tightened that one back. Okay, you don't want to over tighten them. There's a circuit board behind there, so you don't want to over tighten them. And then while I'm here, I'm going to run up to the tool shed and get that Allen wrench. I had it in a video before where I had to adjust these cables. To me, that is going back too far, and I'm trying to find somebody. I should not have that kind of slop in there. It is this post right here that is made in this stand that is wore. I'm trying to find one of those. So I don't know. There's aftermarket part stuff you can get, or I'm just going to tighten that one up, or try to. We'll see what happens. But that's that. I'm going to get this back together. I have hay to load on the gooseneck to go tomorrow morning up to Carriage Hill Metro Park. So I really don't want to have to do that by hand. I could back it in here because I'd like to move some of this hay because some of it's falling over anyway. I'd like to get some of that moved, and that's got to be by hand because I can't get my loader over here, and I don't want to get the loader on this concrete turning and all that and leaving black marks. There's already some black marks on this floor. I don't want to do that. I'm going to try and keep this nice in here as long as I can, but anyway, if I have to, I'll back in here and load that hay. And then I've got to load for Thursday morning too. This is Tuesday afternoon, so it's like 3 something. Gonna be dark in 2 hours, so I got to get busy here, and I'm gonna get all this back together. Well, this is different. I got the loader on. Got the loader on the case. I said I was gonna do this. We have a pile of manure up the road that I've been dumping up here that we need to go get spread, and yeah, so my plan was, when I planned this out a few days ago, is to run the Mahindra up here. But as I was hooking up this loader to the case, the sun decided to come out a little bit. I've actually got my sunglasses on, as you can see, and it's warmed up a little bit. It's supposed to be like 62 at 4:30 p.m. I think this is almost 1 o'clock, something like that. I don't know. Need to get a clock in here, I guess. They'll probably put one on that radio, right? Sure it has one. Anyway, so I thought, well, man, that's going to be a cool ride. It's a 2.5 mile ride up here. Plus, we need to ride over to Casey's there on 72. She's got a pile she's given me, and that's going to go on the field up here. So I will be giving Dad a call once I get this pile that's up here spread. And I think there's 7 loads. I think I have 7 loads up there, which is about 7 loads in the spreader if I do it right. So, so I had just planned on running a Mahindra up here, but it tried to rain earlier. It's been cloudy, and it just feels cool. So Dad's been all about getting this loader on the case. So here it is, and we got her hooked up. And a couple of the fittings were marked wrong from the factory. And I remember that when we got here and I was taking it off to set it in the yard. There were 2 of them that were backwards, and it was the tilt and you know, up and down, tilt up and down. So yeah, but here we are. We're going to go use it as a loader for the first time. So that'll be interesting. And this thing, this loader will most likely stay on this tractor all winter. Most likely. So you know, when we got this tractor, I said, you know, we don't need the loader, and here we have a fertilizer spreader coming at us. So it's going to get interesting. We got mailboxes and trees. It's going to get real interesting. Let me see what I can do here. They're not very wide, 10 foot wide, maybe something like that. Gear down here. Those guys are busy just like I am doing fertilizer. So that's what it is. They're doing the expensive kind, I'm doing the free kind. Alright, well, that manure is all done there. I think it ended up being like 9 loads in the spreader, something like that. get it out of there. And here comes this truck again that I seen earlier. Man, that is just awesome. Look at that. Nope, that is a different one. That is a different old Chevy. Man, I'm so jealous. Anyway, that's what we're doing. We're headed over here to Casey's. Dad's gonna be joining me soon. We'll see. Evening. Great. Battery's about ready to die. All I wanted to do was end this video. Manure's all spread. Manure's all dumped. We still have a few fields that we want to do, but we're just about out of manure. And horses make it every day, and so do cattle. I wanted to show you all real quick this unit I have in the back of my truck for dumping that dump trailer. So there's all kind of wires on it right now because there's a gauge on it also. Where is that gauge? It's right here. Oh, we're still showing over 12 volts. Cool. Anyway, this plugs into where you would plug in your trailer lights, and then it comes around and is charging that battery when I have my parking lights on the truck. It keeps that battery charged. This is your controller right here for up and down. That is the hydraulic fitting right there. See right there. Basically plug your hose in. I run it in through here, run it up over the tailgate, close the tailgate, and dump that dump trailer with that. One hose is all I need because it comes back down nice and slow. That's why I just hit the down on that, because I had hit the up. Little red light that lights up there, that means fluid is coming back into it if I had the hose on it when you're lowering the bed back down, and it comes down nice and slow. Battery keeps up with it as long as you keep it charged. It just showed you that gauge. It's got about 12.5, 13 volts in it right now. So hydraulic tank. You can get these units on Amazon. When I bought this a couple years ago, and you want the single. They make a double where you have two, where you can hook two hoses to it. They actually sent me the wrong one the first time, and I had to go to a UPS store over in Fairborn, get it sent back. Yeah, that sucker's heavy too. But you get it from Amazon. I think they're about 250 bucks. Put your hydraulic oil in it. You got to have your own battery. You got to come up with your own fitting. Dad's actually brazed that one in there. It does not leak, or maybe it does. I don't know. The bed of my truck is wet from something. Anyway, it works great. That is the same kind of unit you will find in a dump trailer if you have a dump trailer. So, or if you rent one or whatever, that is the same unit in there. So, but it works great. I can pull that dump trailer behind the truck, and we can dump stuff all day long. One thing we have found though, before we dump it, before we hit the up button, we undo the positive. We have blown fuses in the truck before. I think it has something to do with just that surge power. But it'll dump it, and it'll dump it just fine. Dumps it pretty quick also. So raises are right up. And or anything else I needed to use that would be a single hydraulic, right there. I could use it behind this truck or whatever I needed to do. That was one of the best things I have ever bought. So it's real handy. So I think I've got 250 in that. Maybe well, if you count the battery, well, batteries aren't cheap anymore, so another 200. That's $450. I've got $600. I bought that wagon. The cylinder was another 150, something like that. The cylinder's in it, and then we've probably got maybe $50 in time. And anyway, under $2,000, and I've got a dump trailer, dump wagon, whatever. And I may even use it tomorrow morning. I need to haul some dirt into my backyard where the pool was. This is Saturday evening. Buckeyes are getting ready to play in just a little bit. And I'm going to go home and watch them. Have an adult beverage. Wife's fixing some chili, so I got some chips. Got some cheese. That sounds like a really good dinner. And I'm going to call it that. I'm going to plug this camera in. Like I said, this is Saturday evening. Maybe you'll see this tomorrow evening, Sunday evening. All right, y'all have a nice evening. Oh, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We've gotten some this past week. We seem to get I don't know, 6 or so subscribers. I know to the big YouTube guys, oh, that's nothing. I've got thousands, millions. Well, yeah, well, okay. we're still building ours, but and I think it's gonna get there. I think it's gonna get there. So like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and leave me a comment if you want. Nobody does. I don't know why. I guess I don't ask for them, but I think I have. I don't know. See ya. Go Bucks.